The casual player. The casual player is the heart and soul of Die of Death. They're not here to sweat, strategize, or grind stats. They just want to have a good time dodging death and laughing along the way. Most of the time, these players are new to the game, still figuring out what the abilities do or wondering why everyone keeps screaming, "Run, it's artful." But that's what makes them great. They bring that genuine, unfiltered energy that older players kind of lost a long time ago. They don't rage, they don't care about leaderboards, and if they die, they just respawn with a smile and queue up again. The toxic player. Ah yes, the toxic player, the final boss of bad vibes in Die of Death. These are the people who treat every match like it's a ranked esports tournament with a million Robux prize pool. They can range anywhere from mild trash talkers to full-blown chaos gremlins who live and breathe negativity. If you've ever been called trash for dying once or had someone spam EZ'd after you got jumped by Artful with zero warning, yeah, that's them. They'll mock you when you lose, brag when they win, and somehow still find a reason to be mad in the lobby afterward. Toxic players feed off attention. The more you react, the stronger they get. And what's worse, they often overlap with the sweats and no-lifers, meaning they're actually good at the game. That makes every insult hit just a little harder. But here's the truth. No one likes them. Not the casuals, not the pros, not even their own teammates. They exist purely to make sure someone, somewhere, has a worse day than them. So if you see one in your lobby, mute them, ignore them, and let karma, or artful, do the rest. The Tryhard. The Tryhard is the human embodiment of pure tryhard energy. Every move they make feels like it's being broadcast live to a championship audience that doesn't exist. To them, Die of Death isn't a casual Roblox game. It's a lifestyle, a battlefield, and a sacred duty to prove they're better than everyone else in the lobby. They'll dodge every ability with pixel-perfect timing, predict Artful's moves before they happen, and somehow always manage to survive while typing EZ mid-fight. The Tryhard doesn't just want to win, they need to win. Every loss is personal. Every death is a lesson, and every lobby is another chance to assert dominance over innocent casuals who just wanted to have fun. The Roleplayer. Ah, the Roleplayer. The walking fan fiction of Die of Death. These are the people who treat every round like it's an Oscar-worthy drama instead of a survival game. You'll see them typing in full sentences with perfect grammar while everyone else is running for their lives. You could be playing as Artful, literally chasing down survivors, and then some random dude with the banana peel ability steps out of hiding and types, "Please, don't hurt me, I have a family." 5 seconds later, boom, they're face down on the floor, wondering why their emotional monologue didn't save them. Role players are harmless, but unintentionally hilarious. The Rage Quitter. A true ticking time bomb in human form. You'll know one the moment you see that sudden player has left the game pop up right after they get hit once. These are the people who treat every death like a personal insult from the developers themselves. Most of the time, it's just pure skill issue disguised as lag. You'll see them in chat saying things like, "Nah bro, I lagged," right before rage quitting for the 5th time that day. They share a lot of DNA with sweats and no-lifers, but instead of coping through tryharding, they cope through disconnecting. The new player. The fresh face of Die of Death. You'll know one the moment they join a match and immediately ask, "Wait, what does this ability do?" Most of the time, they're not great. They'll run straight into danger, forget to use their ability, or hide in the most obvious spot possible. They're chill, friendly, and surprisingly fun to play with. You won't see them raging, sweating, or starting arguments. They're just here to learn and have a good time. The veteran. The wise elder of Die of Death. These are the players who've been around long enough to know every ability, every hiding spot, and every cheap trick in the book. And by long enough, we mean more than 2 days, which, considering how new the game is, basically makes them ancient. The grinder. The human XP machine of Die of Death. These are the players who wake up, log in, and don't log out until they've hit mastery on every killer in the game. The grinder often shares DNA with the sweat, the veteran, and the no-lifer. But unlike the sweat, who plays to dominate, the grinder plays to complete. So if you're a grinder, respect for your dedication. But remember, it's okay to log off once in a while. The friendly killer. The rarest species in all of Die of Death. These are the players who, instead of hunting you down like everyone else, decide to take a peaceful approach. They spawn in as the killer, and then just start vibing. Instead of chasing survivors, they'll wave, jump around, or follow players harmlessly like a curious NPC. Some even form temporary alliances, hanging out mid-match like it's a Roblox social simulator instead of a survival horror game. It's wholesome and confusing, all at once. Back in the early days, friendly killers were somewhat common. You'd occasionally run into one who just didn't feel like murdering anyone that day. But now, they're almost extinct, a myth whispered in public servers. If you see one, consider yourself lucky. Friendly killers share traits with the casual player and the new player. They're chill, laid back, and don't really care about winning or grinding. They just want to make the game fun for everyone. Sure, they might break the flow of the match, but honestly, nobody minds. Sometimes, after dealing with endless sweats, toxic players, and targeters, running into a friendly killer feels like a peaceful vacation. They're not here to dominate. They're just here to remind everyone that even in Die of Death, kindness still exists. The AFK Player. The silent observer of Die of Death. You'll see their name in the lobby, but that's about it. They're not moving, not talking, not playing, just existing. Their total playtime might look impressive, but don't be fooled. 95% of it was spent standing perfectly still in the spawn area. These players are the ghosts of every server. Sometimes they tab out to watch YouTube. Sometimes they forget they even had Roblox open. And sometimes they just leave their PC running overnight for that juicy playtime flex. And when the round starts, nothing changes. The killer walks right up, ends them instantly, and they still don't move. AFK players share traits with the employed player, which makes sense. Maybe they're at work, doing homework, or just too busy to care. But if you're going to be AFK for hours, why even queue up in the first place? Every lobby has at least one, the human statue. They don't help, they don't hinder, they just exist. And when they finally do come back from the void mid-round, they'll move 2 steps, look around, and then go AFK again. The employed player. The mythical creature of the Die of Death community. Yes, they exist. These are the rare individuals who actually have jobs, responsibilities, and lives outside of Roblox. While most players are grinding mastery or arguing in chat, the employed player is out there paying bills and answering emails. When they do log in, it's never for long. They'll play a few matches, vibe for a bit, maybe drop a casual GG, and then vanish to go back to whatever real-world tasks await them. You won't see them raging, sweating, or glitch hunting. They simply don't have the time or energy for that. The employed player shares traits with the casual player, but with a calmer, more mature edge. They're here purely for the fun, a quick mental break between shifts or after a long day. And honestly, it shows. They don't overthink the game, they don't start drama, and they almost never complain. If anything, they serve as a reminder that there's life beyond Die of Death. The no-lifer. The polar opposite of the employed player. While some people balance work, school, and gaming, this player said, nah, and devoted their entire existence to Die of Death. You'll see them in every lobby, every leaderboard, every update, because they never log off. Ever. These players are the backbone of the grind, and also the reason everyone else questions their life choices. You'll find them online at 3 a.m., still playing the same map they've been on for 6 hours straight. They know every mechanic, every bug, every spawn point. If you're a no-lifer, hey, you're probably amazing at the game. But please, for everyone's sake, touch some grass, go outside. Feel sunlight. The leaderboard will still be there when you come back, and trust me, everyone will appreciate the break. The teamer. The unspoken alliance breaker of Die of Death. You know exactly who they are the moment you see 2 players acting just a little too friendly toward each other mid-round. One's the killer, the other's conveniently running in circles right beside them. And somehow, nobody's dying. Your buddy with the banana peel ability. Instead of hunting him down like everyone else, you let him slide. Teamers often share traits with the useless player, because while teaming might seem like a clever move, it usually ruins the flow for everyone else. There's no strategy, no fairness, just 2 people giggling in voice chat while the rest of the server collectively sighs. If you're a teamer, it's simple. Stop. Play the game fairly. The useless player. The walking definition of dead weight. These are the people who somehow manage to exist in the game without actually contributing anything. If Die of Death were a group project, this would be the person who shows up, does nothing, and still expects the win screen. They share a lot of traits with the new player, but with one big difference, the new player has potential. Die of Death is fast, chaotic, and brutal. And unfortunately, there's no AFK achievement for effort. The laggy player. The unintentional ghost of Die of Death. 1 second they're right in front of you. The next, they've teleported halfway across the map like they just unlocked a secret ability. These poor souls aren't hackers, just victims of high ping and ancient devices that probably start overheating the moment they open Roblox. You'll usually see them moving in slow motion, abilities firing 2 seconds late, and their character freezing mid-run like a PowerPoint presentation. Sometimes, they'll even die before the killer reaches them. True tragedy. But here's the thing. Laggy players are low-key some of the strongest survivors mentally. They've learned to adapt to chaos, predict delay, and somehow still land plays that look impossible. If they ever got their hands on a decent PC and a stable connection, they'd probably wipe the floor with everyone else. Unfortunately, lag can turn Die of Death into Die of Frame Drops. If you're a laggy player, I feel for you. Maybe try something a little less competitive until your setup stops sounding like a jet engine. You've got the skill. You're just fighting the Wi-Fi boss battle every round. The YouTuber. The celebrity of Die of Death lobbies. You'll know when one joins because everyone instantly starts acting different. Some players try harder, some follow them around begging for shoutouts, and others just want to be in the background of a video doing absolutely nothing. But being a YouTuber in Die of Death can mean anything. They could be a casual content creator recording goofy moments with friends, or a sweaty pro dissecting every new ability like it's a science experiment. Some record cinematic edits, others just scream into their mic when Artful shows up. And honestly, both kinds are equally entertaining. Because the title YouTuber is so vague, these players can fit into almost any category. You've got casual YouTubers who vibe, sweaty YouTubers who dominate, comedic YouTubers who troll, and even toxic YouTubers who, well, exist. There's not much else to say. They're just part of the culture now. Whether they're grinding clips for content or testing out new strategies, YouTubers help keep Die of Death alive and growing. So if you ever spot one in your lobby, don't freak out. Just play your game. The Complainer. The eternal victim of Die of Death. To them, nothing is ever their fault. Every death, every missed hit, every bad round, all part of some grand conspiracy involving lag, hitboxes, and broken mechanics. You'll hear them before you even see them. The chat floods with "bro, that didn't hit," "fix your game," or "my ping spiked." It doesn't matter if the killer literally walked up and bonked them point blank. They'll still claim desync or lag compensation. It's never skill issue. It's always the game. The Targeter. The ultimate grudge holder of Die of Death. These are the players who take things way too personally. You could be playing as the killer, doing your job, and suddenly you've apparently started a lifelong rivalry without even realizing it. Here's how it goes. You dominate a round, wipe the lobby clean, and one salty survivor takes it to heart. Next match starts, roles flip, and now you're the hunted. But not just by a killer, by that killer. The same person you eliminated last game, now sprinting at you like you owe them rent. It's not strategy, it's not coincidence. It's pure revenge. They don't care about the other players, the objective, or even winning. Their only mission is to make sure you suffer. Targeters share traits with the Complainer, the Toxic Player, and the Sweat. They're emotional, obsessed, and often completely blind to the rest of the game. You can see it in their playstyle. They'll ignore free kills just to chase you halfway across the map like it's personal. It's petty, it's annoying, but it's also kind of flattering, because somewhere out there, someone decided you were worth all that effort. So if you ever get targeted, just smile. You're living rent-free in their head. The Bug Abuser. The self-proclaimed genius who thinks exploiting the game's broken physics makes them a tactical mastermind. These are the players who treat glitches like cheat codes, spending half their playtime trying to clip through walls or hide in places the killer literally can't reach. You'll spot them stuck halfway inside a rock, floating above the map, or chilling behind an invisible barrier like they just found the God Mode button. And when the killer can't touch them, they sit there spamming emotes or taunts, proud of their strategic positioning. It's not strategy, it's just scuffed. They ruin the match for everyone. Survivors can't win properly, killers can't play properly, and the rest of the lobby just ends up waiting for the round to end because someone decided to play hide and seek, glitched edition. And the funniest part? Most bug abusers swear they're just testing the game. Sure, buddy, testing it for the 5th time this hour from the same broken spot. So if you're one of these people, please, play fair. Bugs are meant to be reported, not lived inside. The Exploiter. The unpredictable wildcard of Die of Death. You never really know what you're going to get with these players. Sometimes they're hilarious, sometimes they're frustrating, and sometimes they're just there, floating 5 feet above the ground like a confused deity. Because the game is still in its early stages, and let's be honest, the anti-cheat isn't exactly FBI level. Exploiters manage to slip through here and there. You'll see them zooming across the map at Mach speed, flying over walls, or straight up phasing through reality while everyone else is still figuring out their ability cooldowns. The thing is, the exploiter can fall into any category. They might be funny exploiters, doing harmless glitches for laughs. They might be annoying exploiters, ruining entire rounds just to prove a point. Or they might be underwhelming ones, the kind that load up their scripts, break the game for 10 seconds, then crash instantly. Like the YouTuber, the exploiter is a vague archetype that overlaps with nearly every other type of player. They can be as toxic as a rage quitter, as clever as a grinder, or as chaotic as a troller. They'll always remind you that no amount of skill can compete with a guy who just turned on NoClip.